Welcome back, Fight Clubbers. Tonight we are live from Manchester in England for the third round of the It's Showtime Trophy. Woo!
Please welcome into the blue corner, Rick Barnhill.
Well, we've got our super fight tonight on the Showtime Trophy, and making a late substitution for Kevin Harper, a man who is braver than anyone I know. It's Rick Barnhill.
Drago is a good fighter. He's very strong. He's a good puncher. Always very fit. Fights a lot. He's got good experience. So it's going to be a good fight. Our training's been as normal. I train for fitness. My power's good. So either way the fight goes, you know, I can hit hard, I can kick hard, and I've got the fitness to go the distance.
Well, I'm joined ringside here by Mr. Joe Long of Fighters Inc., who I've just had to pick up off the floor.
I'm sorry, Will.
We were both so surprised. We were so wrong in our estimation of the result of the last fight. However,
Will, at the end of the day, we're just purely commentating. It's down to the judges. They're in control. They make the decision, and at the end of the day, that's the sport, you know, we're in. They make the decision, and that's it.
Well, exactly. But it's great that we've got a UK fighter in there going up against Jan de Keyser. Stephen Jones has gone all the way.
Most definitely, Will, and hats off to him. I didn't actually think he'd get to the final. He did, and we've got a UK fighter in the final.
Well, we've got a UK fighter in the super fight now, Rick Barnhill from Knutsford in Cheshire. He's had 16 fights, 11 wins, 4 losses. He's the IMTF British champion and formerly the Northwest area champion. But I have to say, he's made this late substitution, replacing Kevin Harper. But this is his opponent in this MT super fight, Gago Drago. And what do you want to say about this man, Joe? He's a one-man riot.
He's indeed, Will, very well known on the international stage. And to be fair, Rick Barnhill's got his work cut out tonight.
I had to fight against another boy, but last minute he cancelled, and I get a new one, but I don't know him.
What about your tactic tomorrow?
Tactic? Yeah, the same tactic, eh? Just step the ring in and go for it. Yeah.
Well, all our support and all our hopes are with Rick Barnhill here tonight. You know, I don't want to prejudge this one, Joe, but it could be a case of mind over matter for Rick. If he doesn't mind getting here, it's not going to matter. He's really in against a tough opponent, and we don't want to prejudge this, but we really hope Rick pulls it out of the bag. But look at this man making his entrance. He's been in against the likes of Bwakao Pramuk. He's been in against the likes of, well, you name it, in this weight category. He's absolutely demolished the opposition.
Indeed he will. He's been there, seen it, done it. He's got the T-shirt, and I think he's made the DVD and the film. He's a big international name, and it's great to see him here in the UK competing on this showcase event.
Absolutely.
Amsterdam Arena, 23rd of June 07. Introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of the Super Gym Knutsford, bringing a 17-fight record, 11 wins, 1 draw and 5 losses. Presenting Knutsford's own Rick Barnhill.
I mean, he's looking confident here, Rick. You know, and as we say, hats off to him. He's come into this fight lastminute.com in replace of Kevin Harper. And, you know, not a lot of fighters do that, will take a fight last minute, but hats off to Rick for doing so.
Well, there's the stats. 54 fights, 5 losses, 3 draws, 25 KOs.
Presenting Gago Drago.
Right, well, the crowd here firmly behind Rick, and we're partisan in this, so are we. We really wish him the best. He's the current IMTF British champion and the former Northwest Area champion. Gago Drago. Well, we know what he's capable of. We know what he can do. Rick Barnhill, trained by Vinnie Shawman. And Vinnie there in the corner for Rick. And this is a real David and Goliath story, isn't it, Joe? It's scheduled for five rounds. It's the super fight, modified Muay Thai rules. We could see a result here like the last of the semi-finals for Rick, which would be a scalp on his cap, a feather in his cap even, or a scalp on his belt.
You can't get your words out, can you, Will?
You know what, I'm nervous for the boy.
We're sitting here ringside, Will's getting nervous. He can't get his words out. I think what Will's trying to say is what a great win this would be for Rick Barnhill, and we're excited for this bout. So is the crowd. I mean, Drago's an international name, international athlete. You know, he brings a lot to the table, and let's see what Rick can do with him.
Well, already Rick's putting the hand on the shoulder. We like that. He's got the height advantage. We're going to big it up for Barnhill tonight. Will he barnstorm this? Rick the barnstorming Barnhill. We're right behind him. But he's up against a man that, well, if you even dream about it in him, you better wake up and apologise. Gago Drago. So Barnhill of England in the silver shorts, Drago of the Netherlands in the black. It's the super fight here tonight on It's Showtime. Well, Rick's bringing it on.
Definitely will. Rick's come out firing. He's hit Drago with a couple of leg kicks, couple of combinations.
And Drago remarkably tentative, actually. Maybe he's just seen the UK fighters, how hard they can hit, and maybe he's just sizing it up. I mean, you know, the old adage is you just need to have a good night and for the other fighter to have a bad night.
Most definitely. We've seen the best of them fall, Will. There's always someone around that corner bigger than you. Well, that's what my father used to tell me anyway.
Well, Barnhill having a result here. Firing the shots in. But there's the big overhand from Drago. Barnhill unperturbed by any of this and bringing it back.
He's not afraid to mix it, Will. Hats off to Barnhill. He's come out firing, and Drago comes through with one of them powerful left crosses there.
See, these fighters at Drago's level, they're so experienced and they come up against international fighters. I mean, this is a huge effort from Rick Barnhill, and what we're seeing here is quality, pure quality. He's outboxing the man. This is good work from this man, Rick Barnhill from Knutsford, Cheshire. Drago now starting to loosen up a bit. But just look at Drago, look at the body language. He marches forward, he's like smoking Joe Frazier, isn't he? He just keeps on coming.
He will walk forward all night, Will. He will walk forward all night, and the good thing on Rick's side is that he's got a bit of a reach advantage on Drago, and he's using that to his advantage right now. Drago's got to come on the inside and start to work away. But as I said, he will walk forward all night long. Bit like Lionel Richie.
Well, Barnhill has got to develop some good lateral movement, because if he can slip Drago and not allow Drago to impose his will, then he's in with a very strong chance here. But thus far, this is a great effort from this fighter from the UK. 25 years of age, 5'10", only had 16 fights, but he's won 11 of them. The reverse spinning kick from Drago, and he takes one after the bell. And there's no love lost between
No love lost, Will. What an atmosphere in this arena tonight with Barnhill facing Drago as your main super bout.
Well, it's an absolutely electrifying atmosphere because we've got Stephen Jones in the final, and here in this super fight, the late replacement for Kevin Harper, Rick Barnhill, who's mixing it up with, well, a world-renowned fighter and champion, Gago Drago. Drago, up to his old tricks. He really is a man that's as slippery as a bag of eels. But this is a great performance from Rick Barnhill. He's full of confidence, unperturbed by anything that Drago's pulled out of the bag so far. Drago respectfully keeping range, keeping distance, because he's seen the English boys and they can bang. But I think that respect might diminish as we go on, and this is scheduled for 5 rounds. So there's a highway here that has to be hard-nosed, and that's a lot of ring time for Rick Barnhill.
As we said before, Will, great to see the international competitors coming over to the UK and competing on English soil.
Round 2.
2 of a scheduled 5. Drago from the Netherlands takes a great left-right combination from Barnhill from the UK. He needs to cover up Rick because Drago likes to bring it on, but they're having it, and Rick Barnhill drops his hand, fires in the shots.
He's up for it tonight, Will, isn't he? He's coming here, he's the underdog, but he's taking it to Drago, and what a sight for sore eyes.
Well, this is the mother of all fights for this man. He stepped in as a last-minute replacement, and he's fighting one of the most dangerous men on canvas. And look at that! Drago tries the step double knee strike, and Barnhill pushes him off. There's a slight cut on the nose of Barnhill, but nothing to worry anyone about. And he's just looking so relaxed and confident here.
This is probably the fight of Rick's career right now, Will. It's time for him to shine, and he's doing so.
Drago just rapacious, this man. He walks forward, but look at that. Barnhill bangs away with the left and stops him from coming forward. And Drago doesn't fancy it, you know. He's having to think about it. And Barnhill now starting to close him down and starting to move forward. Needs to have a care, he might get caught. The high kick goes up and he wears it. He's a bit shaky on his legs, Barnhill, but he'll need to bang out a few more shots and maybe try and dissuade Drago from moving forward. But this man is a machine.
Definitely will keep walking forward all night long, Drago. As we can see, you know, nothing shaking him off, he's still coming forward.
It's such an exciting bout, this. You've got Rick Barnhill, who's got everything to gain, nothing to lose, and you've got Drago, who really cannot afford to be beaten by this rank outsider in terms of its Showtime trophy terms. So what's going to happen? We've got under a minute left in the second round. Drago now dropping a gear, but then so has Rick Barnhill, and he's matching him shot for shot.
Most definitely, Will. I mean, this is the true English spirit coming out here, isn't it, from Rick? You know, the underdog is in there and he's giving it his all, and he's wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Well, he needs to cover up because he's going to start taking some shots here, and Drago getting through with those big overhand shots. Half a minute left, and look at this. Barnhill brings the knees up, and this is going to be a real war of attrition between these two fighters. And I've said this about Drago before, he's one of these fighters. Have you ever come across them, Joe? You hit them and they smile. And you know, you think to yourself, oh, I wish I wasn't here. And Drago's one of those guys. But look at Barnhill. Barnhill's one of those guys as well. And he's really digging in. Drago up the workload and a few shots after the bell there. But look at this performance from Rick Barnhill.
Great performance from Rick here, Will. You know, hats off to him. He's coming in as the underdog, and he's taking it to Drago. You know, he's not shy in coming forward, and he's mixing it with him.
Drago, incredible capability, this man, and look at how he covers up, comes in on the inside. And the thing about Drago is he's of modest stature. Drago stands in at 1.75 centimetres. 175 centimetres, 1.75 metres, and he's always going to fight a taller opponent, so he never changes his strategy. A bit like me.
Great atmosphere here, Will, as we can hear the crowd absolutely getting behind Rick.
Vinnie Shawman there in the corner waving to them, and yet this crowd here in Manchester making this evening an incredible event. Look at that for atmosphere. It's scheduled for 5. On paper, you wouldn't think it would have gone even this far.
There we see Master Sken sitting down ringside. And I'm sure he's gunning for Rick Barnhill from England against the one and only Drago.
Well, Drago now starting to go to work. Oh, and it's a late response to that body shot. The kick, the teep goes through, and Rick Barnhill takes a count. He's all right to continue. You will beat that. Says fight on, and Barnhill straight back in.
And that's early doors to go down, Will, in the 3rd round. I think Rick's took his own leg out there.
Yeah, it looks like a leg injury. Starts to work with the hands. Gets the reverse spinning back kick, but where's it? Gago Drago senses he can finish this, but Rick Barnhill of the UK powering his way forward through pain, and he's really taking the shots from Drago, and he's calling Drago on, and look at that, toe-to-toe, these two men slugging it out. This is full fat fight action from Manchester in the UK. Drago just cannot put this man away, and he's missed the opportunity, Joe. Oh no, the knee strike goes up, it's a knockdown. That was awesome, but Barnhill straight up,
and it's all over, Will. Barnhill's corner come in and say that's enough, no more for Rick Barnhill, and Drago gracious in victory once again.
What an incredible end to a huge effort from the UK fighter.
Well, that was over ever so quickly, wasn't it, Will?
Well, in the 3rd round it was, but Rick had done a terrific job up until that point. But, you know, we have to say, I mean, we're slightly partisan here, but Drago is just a machine. And, you know, to come in late like that, Rick Barnhill dropped his guard and said to a man like Gago Drago, come on, let's have it. And, you know, Drago has demolished incredible fighters. And, you know, if anything, I think the damage came when Rick Barnhill put in a roundhouse kick and actually injured himself.
Yeah, most definitely. That didn't help matters, did it? And as we can see, the knee is what finished it. The left knee through the middle, hitting the temple and taking Barnhill completely out of the game.
Well, when you're in Phil Barnhill's position, you can't lose, because against a fighter like Drago and stepping in like that, well, his prestige is going to be bolstered no end. But Drago takes it decisively. And what a great night for Rick Barnhill. And we've got to be looking to see more from Rick in his career. And we big it up to that man from Knutsford in Cheshire.